We are solving AIPMT questions, two questions both on current electricity basing on power. Let me solve the first problem first, simple problem. It is given that in India, electricity is supplied with a voltage of 2 volts, whereas in USA it is 110 volts. If the resistance of 60 watt bulb used in India is R, what is the resistance of same 60 watt bulb in USA? So the first thing that what we can understand is there are two places. India, voltage is 220 volts. USA, voltage is 110 volts. But in both the cases, the power is same. What is the formula for the power that we have? Power equal to V square by R. In both the cases, the power used is 60 watt bulb only, right? So what we can say, power in both the cases is same. That means V1 square by R1 equal to V2 square by R2. V1 is 220, R1 is called as R, V2 is 110, R2 we have to find out. 110 2 times is 220. This 110 also 2 times is 220. So what you have got is 4 by R equal to 1 by R2. That implies R2 equal to R by 4. That's the answer for the problem. So this is a very simple problem. Let's have a look at the next problem that is there for us. It is given that 220 and 220 volts and 100 watt bulbs are connected first in series and then in parallel. Each time combination is connected to the same source of 220 volts. The power drawn by the combination in each case is how much? See, what is given for you is a bulb is having a power of 100 watt and a voltage defined as 220 volts. Then I can use a formula power as V square by R and get the resistance of each of the bulb. So 100 equal to V square means 220 into 220 by R. That means resistance of each individual bulb is 220 into 220 by 100. These two zeros and these two zeros can be cancelled. So resistance of each bulb is 22 into 22 ohms. I need not calculate that value, you can just leave it that way. Now what we can say is when two such resistors or two such bulbs are in series, resistance of the series is R1 plus R2. So 22 into 22 plus 22 into 22. So that becomes multiplied by 2. Once if you know the resistance of the series, you can get the power in series combination using the same formula V square by R series. V is, it is connected to the same 220 volt source. So 220 into 220 by R series is 22 into 22 into 2 as we have calculated. This 22 is 10 times, this 22 is also 10 times, that is 100 by 2, that is 50 watt. So power in series is 50 watt. It is there only in the first and second and third options. The other two options are obviously wrong. I have to identify out of these two options who is even the correct option for other. What we can say, look at when they are connected in parallel. When that two bulbs are in parallel, resistance parallel is 22 and 22 for each one. When identical resistors are connected in parallel, effective resistance is R by N, where N is the number of resistors. There are two resistors, so by 2, so that is 11. So the resistance in parallel is 11 into 22 ohms. That implies I can get the power in parallel to as V square by resistance in parallel. V square connected is again 220 volts. The resistance in parallel is 11 into 22. 10 times this 11 is 20 times. So 20 into 10, that is equal to 200 watts. So power in parallel is 200 watts, where second option is correct only with option B. So option B is correct. Option C is also wrong. That's how we solve this problem, right? That's it, and thank you for watching.